Bitcoin falls down to 67K. Are our hopes and dreams of going above 80K over, or do we still have a chance? Let's find out. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 2:15 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 68,000. We're gonna start off here with the 3-week chart. Yesterday we ended up closing a red candle below the 50 moving average. If you take a look at the stochastics, it kind of looks like it wants to start rolling over as well. If you guys look at the stochastics, it also looks like it wants to start rolling over as well. So it looks like we're headed down towards the 80 moving average, which is at $57,095. Over here on the 2-week chart, we also ended up closing below the 80 moving average. The next target is going to be the 100 moving average at 58,923. Stochastics also look very weak. It looks like we're rolling over as well. We also had the weekly chart, and I was hoping to at least get a slightly green candle, even if it was very small. We were not able to do that. Stochastics are still rolling over, and I was hoping that the stochastics will give us some type of an inverted head and shoulder, but now the right shoulder kind of looks like we're even with the head. So unless we could just double bottom here, that dream is pretty much over, and it just looks like we're kind of flagging out here sideways. We're probably going to end up making another bear flag and then possibly going below the 200 moving average, which usually does happen during a bear market. Now guys, remember, I do have this in a head and shoulder pattern, and the measured move to this does take us pretty much below 30K, like around 29K, maybe a little bit lower. We've already done half of the measured move when we wicked down to 60K, and since we have not been able to get above higher levels, it looks like the rest of that measured move might be happening pretty soon. We take a look at the 4-day chart. Stochastics look good. We're on the way up here. The only thing is that this 21 moving average kind of looks like it's about to cross down below the 200 moving average, and that is a bearish sign. We are still far away from the 21 moving average. That's currently at 84,000. At one point it was like at 87,000, so it looks like the 21 moving average is coming down to price range here, and it just looks like we're going to continue going sideways and make a bear flag. The 2-day chart also has the stochastics on the way up, but you can start to see a little curvature here. The RSI was never able to make it above 50. See another curvature. This was a head and shoulder pattern on the RSI. Looks like we're about to roll over. 21 moving average is currently at 81,713. I was telling you guys all last week that if we cannot break above 70K with strength, then more than likely we will go back down to test 67K, which we did. And if we cannot hold 67K, we're going to go down to 65. We can't hold that. I'm seeing us going back down to test that wick, that at 60K. I was telling you guys there's a big wick there, and usually when there's a wick, we come down to eat it, and it looks like that might be happening. We had no strength going above 70K. Now on the daily chart, the 21 moving average was far, but it looks like the 21 moving average is catching up to price now. Currently at 73,891. Stochastics are starting to get toppy. Now take a look here, the 200 moving average, that's currently at 100,334. I was telling you guys, I don't see us making a move back up until this 200 moving average is below 100K. So it looks like that's going to be happening this week. And I had told you guys also here on the weekly that I don't see us going up to test the 50 moving average until it's below 100K. We're finally below 100K. It's at 99,483. It looks like we're waiting for the daily 200 moving average to also go below 100K to possibly make a move up. Honestly, I don't know if we'll make it up there towards 90K anymore, because right now I'm seeing that once this 21 moving average catches up to the daily chart price range here, we might be rolling over. This is starting to look to me like it could become an M pattern, and if this is an M pattern, this is going to come back down to test 60K here. With the stochastics being toppy, the RSI looking like it wants to roll over, that looks like what the probability is telling us at the moment. The 22-hour chart, we got weak as soon as we touched the 21 moving average. We had no strength there. You can already see we're kind of double topping. RSI is also starting to roll over. Take a look at the 8-hour chart. Stochastics are also on the way down. You saw that we got rejected off this 50 moving average. Now the 4-hour chart is where I've been telling you guys I see a slanted inverted head and shoulder, a complex left shoulder, a head, and the right shoulder has been getting kind of long here, but the left shoulder is also long. We haven't lost it yet. This is supposed to take us to the 200 moving average, which is currently at 80,927. We still have hope for that. The stochastics are low. They still do look like they want to roll over and drag here for a little bit, but if we we go below 60K, obviously that's not going to be happening. I still have hope for this to happen, but as days go on and we keep on getting rejected off these moving averages, like the 80 moving average like we just did, it looks less and less likely, but I'm still having hope that this could play out. On the 1 hour time frame, we see that the stochastics are starting to reset. We could drag here for a little bit. I'm starting to see like a deformed head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, and this is kind of like a right shoulder here, and this could break us down possibly to 65K, maybe lower as well. And on the 15-minute chart, stochastics are toppy. It also looks like we're rolling over. This was a head and shoulder pattern here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We were never able to get above the 200 moving average with strength. It looks like we rolled over here, and now we're making some type of a rising wedge, which also looks like we're about to roll over. So honestly, guys, if we cannot get above 70K with strength, the likelihood of us going to 65K or lower are a lot higher than anything else. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.